You know we still open up the show with Hunter's crappy theme song, right?
No, we don't.
Yeah, we
Oh my
I still
God.
been putting it on. Hey everybody, this is Greg, host of the Arc of Wrestling podcast. Joining me today we have Mike
Hello.
and John. John, I think London just got bombed by the Nazis again.
Oh,
John, are you there? Alright, John is not there.
what a dick.
What an asshole. Anyways, guys, we are going to be discussing, not Raw, because we decided not to cover Raw this week because it was a terrible train wreck, I would say.
The worst thing you'd ever see in your life.
Yeah, it was terrible. So we are actually going to be talking about PWG 11, Ring of Honor's Field of Honor show, and we are going to give you our predictions for NXT Takeover 2.
Take over harder.
And there's John. All in that order.
Otter?
Order of honor.
You didn't hear? WWE gave Kevin
Sound of
Steen
honor.
WWE gave Kevin Steen an otter gimmick. He's gonna comes out in a big fucking tank and swims around like a little tiny otter.
Is he building a dam?
That's a beaver, Mike.
Whatever. Otters build dams too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, John, look that up. I think Mike's bullshitting with me. Anyways, guys, so we're gonna talk about PWG 11 as we start off this show. I watched this all last night. I believe Mike and John watched it earlier.
I watched it.
the minute it came out on XWT.
Awesome.
I watched part 1 and 2 on parts 1, 2, and 3 on Friday and part 4 on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Mike,
Uh,
I have an answer to your Ottersfield dams. No. Wait, no, this gets better. They steal dams from beavers.
Alright then, they steal them.
fucking
Kevin
crooks.
Steen's gonna go around stealing people's dams.
I could see Kevin Steen going through the locker room, stealing wrestlers' T-shirts and making a dam out of it in the background. A T-shirt dam. Anyways, first match in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla's 11 show, which was on July 26, 2014, which was also my birthday. I really wanted to go to this show, but the tickets sold out way too quickly because it was Kevin Steen's last PWG show. First opening match of the night, Rocky Romero versus Tommaso Ciampa.
I want to fix something there. Sunburn, Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh yeah, Sunburn. Thank you for reminding me because Excalibur decides to sell the fact that Tommaso Ciampa is badly sunburned from I believe the day of. Like he fell asleep at the poolside, and so whenever Tommaso Ciampa was like dropped on his back or hit to the ground, like Excalibur would want to sell the fact that he has a really bad sunburn, and that does tons of damage to him. So fucking I love Excalibur. He's awesome. He was awesome throughout this entire night.
Rocky's going to kill you.
Yeah, Rocky's gonna kill you. What's your take on this match? I'll give you my quick impression. It wasn't a bad match. It didn't feel anything special. Like I've seen these two wrestle before in Ring of Honor, and I felt like they put on better matches. They were just given a lot more time in this opening match. But none of it felt like it was. It didn't feel like it was flowing too well. There wasn't like a.
It felt kind of slow.
It felt like a weird back and forth, very slowed down match at times. But the crowd was loving it. But you know that's what you get with most of the PWG matches. It's a lot of fanfare. I would say. I wasn't too hot on this match. John, what'd you think?
It was okay. It was just. It's one of those classic PWG. We need an opening match. Hey, Ciampa, Romero, you two should fight for us.
Yeah. Ciampa hits a sick discus lariat for the win. Definitely the second half of the match was a lot better than the first. I felt they were just trying to figure out what the crowd was looking for at the beginning, and once they finally found it, they were able to at least capitalize and save on it. So it was all right. Second match of the night, ACH versus Cedric Alexander.
Oh my god. Thank God Strike's not in here, because he would do nothing but complain about the no selling.
No, not the no selling. No selling wasn't.
That's what he was. He was complaining about the no selling and the flips.
No, the no selling was a complaint of the next match.
Yeah,
but no, what he complained.
The ACH match.
What he complained about this was the useless flips, and I have something to say to Strike, but since he's not here, I'll just tell you all. Strike complained when ACH does his regular, like, he reverses a move and then he flips a couple times and gloats about it. He did that twice throughout the match, and Strike was still pissed off about it by the time the Adam Cole Roderick Strong match went on. Like, he held a grudge against ACH throughout the entire show for the useless flips he did.
Because don't you know, John? Shut up!
Mike, shut up!
Go, John. God damn.
I was thinking ACH just, showing his stuff, trying to get in his opponent's head.
Oh yeah, but you know what? When you try to explain that to Strike, it's the hardest thing. Yeah, he doesn't understand it. If he watched PWG on a regular basis, I think he would understand it. But I think this was Strike's first PWG show that he sat through.
Oh, well, of course it was.
And I don't even he says he sat through the entire thing. I want to say he skipped around a bit, because it felt like he went through that show pretty fucking quickly when we were in the call. Because he had to skip through that Kyle O'Reilly Chris Hero match, in which I dreadly sat through the entire thing.
Yeah, I sat through it too.
But anyways, Mike, what were you gonna say about the ACH Alexander match?
When did ACH start to crowd surf?
Oh,
is that his PWG?
No,
2 shows ago.
Was it? Did he do that 2 shows ago?
Yeah, he did it last. I know he did it last show, and I think he did it a show before.
That must be his exclusive to PWG thing, because he doesn't do it in RoH.
Yeah, I was afraid that they were gonna drop him this time around. It wasn't good because first he waited a while to do it, because obviously the crowd didn't fucking understand what the hell he was wanting them to do. But then when they did it, like, even Excalibur made a joke saying, like, that crowd doesn't have a lot of upper arm strength or upper body strength in general, and like they took ACH probably like 5 or 10 feet away from the ring, and he wanted fucking back in. So yeah, probably not the best crowd to do the crowd surfing.
I also noticed that Cedric Alexander was getting booed a good bit throughout that match.
Oh, it did seem like Cedric was playing a bit heel during the match, I would say. Obviously that crowd was very behind ACH throughout that thing. There was a good part of that crowd that was for Alexander. As much as I could say, yeah, this was like, I wouldn't say like a typical ACH or Cedric Alexander match. But it was a fun match.
By the way, Dave's in here.
Oh, Dave is in here. What's up, Dave?
I'm here.
You just made it. We're on the second match of the PWG 11. Awesome.
I didn't get to see the entire thing, but I did get to see this match. So,
what'd you think about it?
I thought it was a pretty good match myself. The only issue I had was them when the crowd is that close to the ring, like it was there. Constantly going out and back in and out and back in was kind of annoying. I wish it would have stayed more in the ring in that match. That was my only real gripe with it.
Yeah. Man, I understand the love for that arena. I really, really do. I was there. I understand why people fucking love it so much. I understand why people can hate it. It can get really fucking hot. And, you know, I heard Excalibur and Kevin Steen complain about it later on in the show. How, like, it was 100 degrees or close to 100 in Rosetta that day.
But they have ceiling
And the air
fans
conditioning
going.
was broken.
Those fans suck. They are constantly, but when you have close to like 500 people crammed into that, and they're all just fucking riled up throughout the entire show, those fans in general, those air conditioning vents, it doesn't even seem like they're working.
Yeah, it's like you're at a convention, anime
Not
convention or
not
something.
even that. It feels like you're in a fucking sauna. That you're straight like shoulder to shoulder with everybody.
Sharing sweat.
Yeah, sharing sweat. Ugh.
I have one thing I want to say about the Cedric Alexander ACH match.
What?
The fucking woman in the crowd that shouts at ACH, "You kick like a girl."
She got so much shit for that, and then ACH just dikes Cedric Alexander in the back of the head, which was when he was wrapped up in the ropes.
Yeah.
Sounded sick. There was a test of strength spot that didn't happen, which I really wanted to see. ACH was just fucking with Cedric.
The trolling of the test of strength.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. They just had a nice, fun match. They both enjoyed them. It looked like they were both enjoying. It wasn't much, you know, it wasn't anything special. You know, they hit some nice sequences near the end of the match, and ACH, with a late flurry hits the 450 to pretty much win it at the end. Anyways,
Die.
the best friends versus the unbreakable effing shebangs. That's right. Brian Cage was injured like a week or two before the show, and he had to be replaced by Gargano, who was originally supposed to be wrestling in the #1 contenders match against Adam Cole. And so when Gargano got placed, and I feel bad, like I hate Gargano, but I feel bad for him.
You hate Gargano?
I don't like Gargano. I don't like Gargano because he has a face I want to punch.
Oh my god.
This again. It's this with Nato. It's this with who else?
I don't
There's
know.
somebody else you.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of people who I hate, not because of like how shitty they are in the ring. It's just like different.
You want to punch their face.
Yeah, I want to like. I don't like how
Well,
they
the
look.
thing
like.
the thing with Gargano to me, he's just like a generic cutout of so many other wrestlers. If he had more of a personality, I think I probably would like him a lot more.
Well, okay, I probably wouldn't say that. I've seen a bit of Gargano's stuff. I think Gargano is actually really good as a heel. Especially during this match, I really enjoyed what he did. I don't know. When I hate a wrestler, I don't usually hate him for like his work or anything. It's usually because he has something about him that bothers me, and I really impound that in my mind. I don't forget about it. So anyways, obviously Gargano and Elgin pretty much were working heel throughout this match, which I felt was a nice touch. It brought something different, and I think it really helped with the flow of the match as well. Excalibur brought up a couple times that Gargano and Chuck Taylor were originally tag team partners.
Yep, in Chikara.
So they had a bit of a small part in this match where Gargano would be fucking with Trent, and Taylor would just be yelling at Gargano. At one time, Gargano yells at Taylor saying, "I hate you," and the crowd just starts, "We love you, we love you," It was great. John, you had a problem with this match, right?
I had a problem. No,
You-
I had.
You had a problem near the end of this match with Trent.
Oh.
That I wanted you to explain because
Trent?
I didn't necessarily understand the problem because I didn't see it.
Can you remind me what my problem was?
Your problem was Trent was no selling everything by the end of it.
Oh, Trent just kept suddenly Trent would be hit by a move that early in the match had just completely taken him out, and then he suddenly straight back up to his feet. There's only a couple of occasions where that happened, but it was kind of what?
Now I want to say this: Taylor and Trent were fucked in the last 10 minutes of that match.
Yeah.
Gargano and Elgin brutalized them through those last 10 minutes. If you want to see Trent and Taylor get the living shit beat out of them,
What was that last 10 minutes?
at one point it was I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was so hard to believe that Taylor and Trent can kick out so many times after so many brutal fucking attacks from Elgin and Gargano. I couldn't believe it. It was so hard to understand how they could kick out of it and still win at the end, mind you. With Trent's nice
Florida keys, or whatever the fuck it's called.
yeah. That, what was it, a cradle back to belly pile driver?
Yeah, that's hang on, I'll get what it's actually called. No, it doesn't have a name, never mind. It is the cradle back to belly pile driver.
Awesome. Yeah, from the top rope. That was sick. I thought that was really good. I believe
Apparently,
I
apparently this
think
was the number one contenders match for the tag belts.
was it?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it was.
It originally was, but with Cage being replaced, they turned it into a normal match.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think if Cage wasn't replaced, I could have seen the Unbreakable effing Machines won it. Maybe.
So they can
Depends.
destroy Candice LeRae at the next show.
Yeah.
That's what Candice does best, is
I
destroyed by a couple of dudes.
I think that's what PWG's mission is for the next couple months, is just to fucking brutalize Candice
Candice
LeRae
LeRae.
at
See
every
how much
fucking
it takes.
show. Yeah. I enjoyed this match. If you want to see just utter destruction, like some of the sickest quote unquote indie spots that you can get out of a match. Gargano and Elgin really mixed well. I thought they weren't going to be so great, but they really saw the situation they were in, and they decided to make the best out of it. And I thought it was good. I thought it was a good match. If you can go past the fact that Taylor and Trent completely defy the odds and can completely flabbergast how they could come back from such a brutal beating, then I think you would enjoy this match.
Greg, I've
What?
got two things. I know exactly what it was that made me not like the last bit of this match in Trent no selling.
What?
When he kicks out the top rope Falcon Arrow.
The Falcon Arrow. Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's a match.
That was crazy.
It's kicks out two. It's not even a close three. He kicks out a two. It's
It was
Oh.
a super Falcon Arrow, because remember, it was a deadlift from
yeah.
from ringside onto
Yeah.
that was fucking crazy. So
And also Gargano doing the Brian Cage section of the Elgin and Cage.
yeah, yes, that was great. Yeah, Gargano really I thought I wasn't gonna enjoy it for the fact that Brian Cage wasn't in there, but Gargano really surprised me in this match.
Yeah,
I was pleasantly surprised with this match. I'm not a big Elgin fan, but
Oh yeah, me too.
But it was strange that a tag team that basically had to be thrown together because of the injury to Cage. they meshed really well together. The only issue I had is I think the match went about 5 minutes too long. But
Yeah.
I mean, especially I would have rather have seen another couple minutes or 4 or 5 minutes out of the ACH and match. But other than that, it was an impressive match. I was quite impressed.
Uh, the longness, or how long these matches ended up being, I think that's a problem throughout the show, especially in the first main event of the night.
Match number 7, you mean?
Yeah. But we'll get to that. We'll move on. Trevor Lee versus Kevin Steen, and Kevin Steen's last match in PWG. I guess the one thing to say about it was a lot of fanfare for Kevin Steen. It was a very, I think it was just
Confetti Yeti.
Yeah, Kevin Steen really got everything, his usual moveset into this match. With power, multiple power bombs onto the apron on all sides of the ring. Like, he brutalized Trevor Lee throughout this match. 16 belly-to-back suplexes. But, what do you think, John? What was your take on this?
It was good on a farewell match standpoint, but probably not good on a match standpoint, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, Trevor Lee, I think, hit one of his moves, one of his major moves, and that's that weird-ass fucking crossbody power slam thing.
Yeah.
He has... For Trevor Lee kicking out of the bloody...
Package pile driver.
Was just like, oh, shit.
Yeah. And
Are we talking about Trevor Lee, Kevin Steen?
Yes, sir.
The second-rate version of Sammy Callahan?
Yes,
that's
sure.
That's what he looks like.
But
Trevor Lee alone.
What was your take on it, Mike?
It was a decent match.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he let Steen lose to essentially a rookie. Because isn't he like 20?
He's quite young. I wasn't surprised that PWG wanted to put Trevor Lee over, and honestly, that could have been Kevin Steen's say as well, because the first thing he says when he gets on the mic is, that wasn't bullshit, that's the future. So it sounded like maybe Kevin Steen wanted to put Trevor Lee over. This was also Trevor Lee's first singles match in PWG. But the fact that he won it with a roll-up, I don't know if that puts a bad taste in my mouth, or...
A roll-up out of nowhere.
It was it
was a Kevin Steen roll-up that he then countered it into a roll-up.
Yeah.
Himself.
That really shocked everybody. I would have liked just, maybe a little bit extra from this match. I felt kind of disappointed. I didn't get to see as much. Trevor Lee did... he's done this spot before, I believe, but he... and a couple other people have done it in PWG, but he jumped, like, straight over the turnbuckle from the ring to the outside onto Kevin Steen. And, it felt like the crowd snapped back into reality. Because even Excalibur said, I think everybody just remembered that Trevor Lee's in this fucking match. So, I definitely think that Trevor Lee, that PWG really wants him to be a top star, or a big rising star in their company. And he's so young, he has such a big career, he has such a unique look. I would say that for a company like PWG, Trevor Lee is almost the full package. As
opposed to the total package?
Yeah. Sure.
Lex Luger references!
Overall, it was just to get, Steen's moves in, make sure, the crowd is happy for what he did, and he has the speech at the end where he's going back to Mexico to help El Generico. And that's not even...
orphans.
that's not even the best part about Kevin Steen's part about this show. I think the best part of Kevin Steen on this show was what he did on commentary, because he ends up throughout the rest of the show referencing Mexico, and like he was texting El Generico, and he kept on making references to the orphans as WWE. And like Excalibur's like, so have you moved to Mexico yet? Have you made the move? He's like, oh no, I still have to pack up my wagon and my goats and, and everything. I thought it was great. I thought Kevin Steen was really good on commentary today. So yeah, overall, Dave, any word on that?
This was pretty much about the last match I was able to really watch all the way through without just skipping around.
Yeah.
It was. I think you guys are right. I mean, Steen definitely set up the future of PWG, and especially with the speech at the end, and I think it was a fitting, tribute match.
Yeah.
For him, and all I can say is I am really looking forward to Steen and what he's going to be able to do, especially since the guys the trio that they've hired at WWE with Devitt and Steen and Kenta. Although Kenta still, is working on his English, all three of them can do promos, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing, and that's just proved it, especially when he was on the. I want to hire. I'll tell you right now, I want to hire Steen to replace JBL so fast right now. He was so much better on color commentary than JBL is.
Oh yeah.
And with many years to go, so Steen has a long career ahead of him in the WWE, even after he stops wrestling by being color. I mean, sorry, that's just.
Oh yeah, if Steen, God forbid, or just in general, if he doesn't make it, or he doesn't come to par with what Triple H wants from him, he could fall probably on the same boat as Chris Hero when it comes to working out and not having the right body shape.
No.
What?
Kevin Steen actually took the time to get in shape.
Well, no, I'm not saying. Look, we haven't seen him since his last show in Ring of Honor, and he's still look. Let me finish my point. He still has the big belly gut. I'll say that he's gotten slimmer to an extent. He still has the gut. The gut isn't that appealing, especially to the people in WWE. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to get obesely flubby fat like Chris Hero, but if he's not able to slim down with his gut size, I would hope that there's still an option for Kevin Steen on commentary if they really don't want him wrestling looking that out of shape. And I'm not saying it's an out of shape look. Obviously, Kevin Steen could work and move and work 60-minute matches and have a great match every single time. But when it comes to WWE's standards and how they want the wrestlers to look, having a big beer belly like that isn't that appealing, especially on a large television show.
The one exception to that, which I could see Steen fitting into that role, was Mick Foley.
Yeah.
And Steen has all the hardcore experience and everything like that. I could definitely see him going into that kind of role where, yeah, he looks like he's out of shape, but oh my God, no, he isn't. And that is going to... Now, whether or not he'd be willing to take all the crazy bumps that Foley did to get to that point, I don't know. But he could definitely fit... There is a place in the WWE for one guy that looks like him.
Yeah.
And I think because Triple H, I think, sees that, and I think that's why Steen got hired. It's like, okay, I think we need one guy like this, and this is the guy.
You mentioned Mick Foley. I've always thought the person to have that kind of career, Sami Callihan, Solomon Crowe. I think if for some he is quite, he's younger than Steen. He can take those bumps still.
Has a broken leg.
Has a broken leg, sure, but he could still take them. Uh, and Steen has a family. I think one of the biggest. I think the one of the biggest reasons why he wants this move is it's gonna be safer for him, and he's gonna be able to provide for his family a lot more. So, if there was, someone to have that kind of Mick Foley move, I would rather it being, Solomon Crow. Because I think he would just be able to fill that role a lot better. Anyways.
When Steen debuts on NXT, let's hope he doesn't wear the Mount Rushmore pants, because, oh my god, we'll have Strike complaining the entire episode.
He's not. I do think that WWE I think Triple H is going to want him to have a singlet on. I don't think they're going to want him wrestling in a t-shirt.
I don't see him.
He's not going without a t-shirt.
Yeah, I definitely don't see him going without a t-shirt. Well, we'll see. We'll see how well he does with the cardio and kind of slimming down to that extent. I think we're not going to see Steen for probably like 2 or 3 months at most. He may work some. He may work some dark matches. I heard there was.
So he's getting the Solomon Crow treatment, where he works only dark matches and never gets called up on fucking NXT ever.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that. I just read a report about how they may have Devitt, Steen, or Kento work some dark matches for Takeover, or the next tapings after Takeover. But as far as that's all I know. I don't know if there's a debut ready for them. The next special is still set for January of next year. So we'll see how it goes for those 3 men. Also, Willie Mack is coming in. We'll talk about that later when we talk about NXT, because
before they make him look like Kofi Kingston, because he's fat.
I was thinking more of like an R-Truth without the rapping.
Just
dancing down.
I'm talking about size-wise.
Oh. Yeah.
They're
Okay.
gonna make him lose all that weight.
Frankie Kazarian, the first ever
Freaky Kazarian?
Frankie. What do you think I fucking said?
You said freaky.
No.
Okay.
Frankie Kazarian, first ever PWG champion, versus...
I'm gonna stop you right there, Greg. Throughout this match, fucking Excalibur kept saying that Frankie Kazarian was the second ever champion.
Was he?
No, he's this.
No, I'm talking about Excalibur. Was he saying that?
Yeah, he was. He kept saying, "Oh, Frankie Kazarian's the second. He won it from so and so." I can't remember who he said. It's like, what? No.
The first champion was Kazarian. The second champion was Adam Pearce.
Yeah, and then Kazarian won it back. And then he lost it to Super Dragon.
I think I know. I think
he must have been implying that he was
Excalibur
the first person to win the championship 2 times.
Nope. Kept saying second person to win it.
Well, also around this time, Excalibur and Steen were complaining how fucking hot it was.
I think their brains melted.
Yeah, I think their brains were somewhat melted. What's there to say about this match? It was, I don't know, I felt like it was kind of a... Is it rough for me to say that it was like a WWE style PWG match? Because
I would say you're wrong.
You would say I would be wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what's your take on this?
It was, as far as I know of old PWG, it's a very old style PWG match.
Yeah, that's what this is saying right here. It's a completely old school edition of PWG.
And not even the crowd knew how to take a history lesson.
Yeah. Okay, now that explains it to me, because what a surprise! I didn't watch PWG back in 2004.
I think I've watched a couple of Punk matches, a couple of Steen matches, and a couple of Kazarian matches in the past.
I'd be interested in going back and watching, that PWG, but I didn't know what was the style of wrestling that they had going on back then. But if it was an old throwback to PWG, then I think I would probably respect this match a little bit more now.
Yeah, it was.
Uh,
Mine was that one botch.
what
Fucking, Kazarian went for the flux capacitor, didn't he? And he just completely botches it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
That was like the first flux that you tried hitting, right?
Yeah, and it just completely... I know Kendrick's supposed to counter, but it completely just fucked up.
Yeah.
Talk about the finish.
No, the
No.
finish was the really, really fucking nasty one that he did.
Where Kendrick hit first and then Kazarian landed on his legs.
Yeah. That was that sent me shivers when I watched it. What was it, John?
The first one was like, they go for it, and then Kendrick looks like he's supposed to be countering to like a DDT, maybe, but they just fall onto their feet and then fall over.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as far as I know, this probably was a really good match. And someone who watched PWG back in 2004 and knows what kind of match this was. But as far as I saw, I didn't see anything too surprising. As just like a match standard.
Now, if Johnny Gargano was in this match, I could see him being the one that won the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, wrong match. Shit.
Wrong
Thinking
match.
of the Ron-
Oh,
I'm
you're
thinking of the Roderick Strong Adam Cole match.
fucking
I
stupid.
went ahead of myself. I'm sorry.
Anyways, we can move on. Adam Cole versus Roderick Strong.
I was thinking
So-
ahead.
So, this match...
Yeah.
Right? Roderick Strong spends
Backbreakers.
this entire match selling his knee up until he has to do a backbreaker, and then no-sells his knee.
Alright.
Like,
This
Adam
is the
Cole.
match. If Johnny Gargano was in, I think he'd be the one that won it.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Like,
'Cause- Go ahead, John.
Adam Cole hits a suplex. Strong sells his knee. Strong hits a backbreaker onto the bad knee. Strong no-sells the knee.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match for a bit of it. I thought it was really good. Both these guys worked really well with each other. Honestly, to a point where I was almost becoming a little Roderick Strong fan.
Strong.
But like, it's hard to say because I enjoy Elgin PWG better than Elgin Ring of Honor. So like, I would go as far as saying I enjoy Roderick Strong PWG more than I enjoy Roderick Strong Ring of Honor.
You mean you don't like the decade?
No, not really.
But decade.
I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching Strong without all of the gimmick crap.
Well, not even just the gimmick crap. I think he enjoys it better. It feels like when I watch Strong in PWG, he's having a good time. He really he gets into it. He's with all his buddies and he gets just to wrestle matches where no one's calling it in backstage, and he just gets to fucking have fun. And then Ring of Honor jumps around, and I see a different Roderick Strong almost. Not with just the not just the fucking not just a gimmick, but his matches are shorter and there's a different flow to those matches. I feel like at PWG you get the best out of these wrestlers because they really enjoy what they're doing in PWG rather than I would say in some other companies. Mike, what'd you think about this match?
Your typical Roderick Strong Adam Cole match. I've seen this match before.
Yeah.
The technical backbreaker, master of the backbreaker. How many backbreakers can Roderick Strong hit in this match?
That's
I've seen it.
Roderick Strong match for me, though, to be honest.
No.
Huh?
That's just a typical Roderick Strong match to me,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah, I've seen it all before, so there's not really much to say about it.
Now, this is still a number one contenders match.
Despite Gargano
Despite
being
Gargano,
demoted.
yeah, being fucked. But I think Gargano, in no spoilerish possible, I think Gargano gets his dues a little bit later on.
Well, he's the longest ever reigning Open the Freedom Gate champion.
Yeah.
He deserves another title
Go.
reign somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised RoH hasn't picked him up yet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys in PWG and ZCW and Dragon Gate and all that haven't been seen in Evolve. Not Evolve, RoH.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised they haven't picked up any of those guys yet. Can you imagine Gargano with the RoH belt for a year and a half of just destroying everybody?
I don't want to see it.
Hey, can we the belt?
I enjoy Gargano where he is right now. I don't need him in my fucking Ring of Honor.
Craig, what if he wins the ROH title and just places his face with the title?
Why would he put his ugly face on the title like Matt Hardy did?
That's not because he put his face on Jay Briscoe's custom-made belt. That wasn't the official RoH belt.
It's like Matt Hardy was asking for more grapes in his mouth. Anyways, so yeah, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, decent. Kyle O'Reilly versus Chris Hero.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
The match that went on for 35 minutes.
This looked like Rey Mysterio versus The Big Show. Because Chris Hero is a fat piece of trash. Oh my god.
Well, it's the Hero Show.
This match felt longer than it was. And this was a 35-minute match.
That's because Kyle O'Reilly had to carry it for 34 of it.
Yes.
Holy shit.
What the hell has happened to Hero?
I don't know.
Well, I can tell you exactly what's happened. Oh, Triple H has let me go. One of the things he said was, you should stay in shape and lose a bit of weight. Well, I'm going to gain weight and show him who's boss.
I don't care what Chris Hero says in that shoot interview he did months ago. The reason why he was fired is because of his weight and his laziness.
Okay, can I...
No, let me finish.
Okay.
I didn't interrupt you. So, instead of actually maintaining his weight, he lets himself go. And now he looks like a fat blob. That's why he's only being booked in PWG and Evolve.
Yeah.
ROH isn't using him, ZCW isn't using him, because he's a fat piece of trash. He can still wrestle.
Might just not use him because they already have one fat piece of trash.
Greg Excellent,
Excellent.
but he's in a piece of trash.
No, he's just...
Mike,
Greg Excellent's actually funny.
John does not like Greg Excellent. And I think Greg Excellent is excellent.
Alright, Doug.
Okay. Let me say one thing. Because Kevin Steen said it as well on commentary. Fuck the crowd in this match at the beginning. Because Kyle O'Reilly and Chris Hero, they wanted to start this match doing some, catch wrestling. Who doesn't like some wrestling and wrestling? The crowd was fucking annoying as shit. Because all they kept on saying was, shh, 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 shh. It was, holy shit, I couldn't fucking pay attention to what was happening. Because everybody was just trying to shush everybody. And then you have some one fucking asshole go, wrestling! And then it gets loud again, and everybody starts shushing again.
And yet, it's funny, you complain about ROH fans, but they never do shit like that.
Well, this felt like the first time the crowd was... And, mind you, by the time this match starts, it's already 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah, why did this show start so late?
This show didn't start late. PWG shows start at 8 o'clock at night. Remember, they also have an intermission, and they also have to go through the entrances, which are always cut out during these shows. So rather than being a 3-hour show, I would say this is probably closer to a 4-hour show. maybe even 4.5. It depends on how long the intermission was. Usually it's 20 to 30 minutes. But anyways,
Well, apparently, we're not going to spoil it, but the last day of Bola was like 5 hours.
yeah.
Because it had like
Yeah, but
11 matches on the show.
That's kind of understandable. That's the last day of Bola.
Yeah, but
But
you don't have
also-
it's a 5-hour show though.
But also for a 4-hour show and it being ridiculously hot on this day. Because I remember this day clearly. It was hot down here. We're
On this
close
day.
on
Okay.
this day. Yeah.
I see clearly.
It was ridiculously hot on July 26th because even over here where we're closer to the coast than Rosetta, it was still fucking hot. So I can't imagine how hot it was up there. So 12 o'clock at night, really hot fucking day. They're in a closed small arena and they are fucking tired out their asses.
This is why PWG needs to start going to different buildings.
And what do they fucking give us? They give us a 35-minute catch wrestling match. Catch. It was abysmal. I don't know, like, about 15 minutes in, I wanted to stop the match. I paused the match, took a shower, came back, and I decided, do I want to jump to the Young Bucks cutest tag team match, or should I finish this fucking match? I finished the fucking match. Fuck this match. This was terrible.
It also shows the gulf of talent that Kyle O'Reilly actually has behind him. To the fact he made me want to watch this match just so I could see him eventually kick the shit out of Chris Hero.
This match could have been 15
minutes
minutes.
shorter.
No, this match could have been 15 minutes shorter, even 20 minutes. You could have gave these guys a 15-20 minute match. It would have been better because they didn't, they could have.
It would have been better if Chris Hero lost weight.
Of course.
Just lost himself.
But here's the thing.
He did lose himself.
It could have been better because they could have been able to pace themselves. They could have been able to, hurry the fucking match up. They could have probably done things a lot quicker and got the crowd interested in some part of it, but the crowd they didn't know how to fucking handle the match. They didn't know what the fuck they were seeing at points. They couldn't find a way to entertain themselves. So, you know what? Fuck this match. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Definitely the worst match on the show.
Yeah. And, the end of
But
the...
then the ending.
Yeah. Well,
Roderick Strong comes out and is a complete tool bag.
Yeah. And I like this Roderick Strong. I like how he did a heel turn at the end of this. Came out, raised Riley's fan and fucking, what, did he kick him in the face?
I think he did the backbreaker.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He did 2 of them.
So yeah, Roderick Strong is the #1 contender for the PWG World Championship. When's the next show after Bola?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can check for you right now.
Cage Match doesn't have a listing.
That's because
They usually don't announce it until after the last event is over.
Oh yeah, that's probably going to be what's going to happen here.
It's usually like they finish a show and then they announce it in like 2 weeks after that show, and then they give people no notice whatsoever to fucking buy tickets. So it's like you have to fucking. That's why I want them to move into a different building. There's no space. There's like 300 seats and there's like you could buy 300 tickets. You shove people in the back for extra quote unquote tickets, and then you're fucking filled up. Anyone more than that's a fire hazard. Like, they need to open it up a little bit more. They need to find a new building. Yeah, they could probably afford it if they opened it up, because that show constantly sells out. So I bet you if they opened up to a bigger arena, they could fucking sell out again. But I understand why people love it, because they have such a fucking, there's history in that building, quote unquote. Anyways, last match of the night, Guerrilla Warfare, Young Bucks World's cutest tag team.
Yeah, it's not even close to match of the year.
I know. I just like chanting it.
This
I
match,
don't.
I didn't,
Okay, Mike, talk about it.
I didn't find this match that violent. There were a few spots that made you cringe. Like,
Yeah.
Candice LeRae got the shit kicked out of her
Oh
the
yeah.
entire match.
This was definitely like the Young Bucks just trying to figure out what else can we fucking do to really fuck with Candice's body in
Face.
general. Yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly shot to her face. Pun intended. But, yeah, they... the thumbtack spot on the shoe, I like that spot.
I jumped out of my fucking seat. I knew that it was gonna happen. I knew exactly that it was going to happen. But I wanted to see the impact. Because the impact is what changes it. You know, I knew the spot was there, but I didn't know exactly just how sick it was gonna look. And when fucking Matt Jackson super kicked Candice in the fucking face, and all you heard was that, holy shit, I jumped out of my fucking seat, and I was about to scream. They showed a close-up of Candice just shaking, like petrified, like this fucking happened. Unbelievable. The imagery in this match was phenomenal.
And I'm honestly surprised they made her take the whole top rope springboard stuffed tombstone on the outside.
Oh yeah, that's what started the bleeding. Of course,
Yeah.
she bleeded. Bleeded.
She
bladed.
She bladed!
She
I don't think
bladed.
she even needed to blade though.
Yeah. You could kind of see at the camera angle that they showed on the show. You could see her on the ground. She had a ref. She had two refs near her, but she had one ref. I think it was Knox, who was down there, and she was on her shoulders and her hands, and it looked like she could have been blading a little bit. But you know what? If it wasn't for that, the blood made this just fucking it. You know, there's always a time for a red mask, and this was definitely one of those times.
And the controversy that hit Twitter after that.
Oh.
And some people discovered that, oh my god, a woman was in a wrestling match and she bladed against guys, was just, oh my god.
Oh yeah, didn't Velvet Sky shit
Velvet
on...
Sky was the one that started it.
Yeah.
You're always
Well,
going
that's
to get
because
that.
Velvet Sky can't wrestle.
What's this true? But you're always going to get that when it's a man or a woman match. You're always going to get it. Oh my
Yeah.
god, why is a man abusing a woman in a wrestling match? There's no place for a man putting his hands on a woman in a wrestling match. You're always going to get that,
Yeah.
no matter what.
And you know what?
Right.
Candice is still gonna wrestle men, and she's not gonna give two shits about
I
it.
think Candice exclusively wrestles men like Vida Scott now.
As long as there's no restrictions, like the California state whatever, because some states do have actual restrictions on wrestling where a man cannot wrestle a woman.
That's
As long as
I think
as
that's
long-
more in the South, I would say.
That's all over the place.
Is it?
It's
There's
in
some-
There are a number of places that have that rule, yes.
Oh, okay.
It's in Maryland too because that Vince Stephanie match in 2003 that
Broke
wasn't
it.
supposed to That wasn't supposed to happen, and they did it anyway because there's a rule that states men cannot wrestle women.
Yeah, they had to actually pay a fine for that one.
So as long as California does not change their restrictions on that, then Candice LeRae will be wrestling men, and people will complain about it.
But you know what? Fucking. Well, it wasn't match of the year. This had to be one of my favorite matches this year. In the standpoint of the story it told, the spots were fucking enjoyable. The flow, it was non-stop. Everybody was on their feet for this match. Because, especially after that last match, I would say that people thought the show was over. Like, at the end of the Hero O'Reilly match after the heel turn, like, I think I saw a couple people wanting to leave, and then they went on to
what
the...
was next.
Yeah. I loved how they start off the matches when Candice and Joey decide to, do a suicide dive to the outside, and the Young Bucks just throw steel chairs in their face. I really enjoyed that. Because that happens right when they start the match. Like, once it cuts from the opening imagery, it's like, yeah, right when it cuts to the match, boom! Chairs to the face. I was like, oh! I didn't see that. Yeah.
Every time the Bucks were doing their transitions from the inside the ring to the outside, it cringes a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
I'm waiting for them to screw up one day, and they do the flip inside the ropes, and they get their next caught.
Yeah.
I'm honestly waiting for that to happen.
And let's not forget about Joey Ryan. He took a super kick with thumbtacks in his fucking mouth.
Oh my god.
That was sick. Like, holy shit. Like, Kevin Steen sold that like crazy. He's like, I used to have thumbtacks in my mouth before. He has thumbtacks in his throat right now. I'm like, oh god. I'm like, I don't want fucking thumbtacks in my goddamn throat right now.
The gummy bear spot was pretty neat.
Yeah, I like that.
I like the fact that Joey Ryan was like smart enough to go, hang on a minute, they're probably going to bring thumbtacks into this. Let's plant a bag of gummy bears to fuck with them.
The ending of the match was Candice putting thumbtacks down Nick Jackson's tights, and giving him a ballplex onto the tags. No, it was Nick.
No, Matt was the one doing the super kick, and I know it was Matt. I know she's ballplexes Matt.
Well, it says here that Candice puts tags down Nick's tights, grabs his balls, and ballplexing him into more tags.
I'm going to check this, because I don't think it is.
I do remember it was Nick the one who got the tags down his pants. But anyways,
someone has a Tumblr. There's two things I want to mention about this match as well.
What?
There's a bit where they're doing all the, like, avoiding the chair and avoiding the suplex and stuff spot. And then the Young Bucks go for that power bomb again with the chair.
Oh! The double bobplex with the suplex on Joey Ryan onto the chairs, right?
It was brutal.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about when Young Bucks go for the running power bomb again, when Nick's got the chair ready to hit Candice with it as Matt throws her.
Oh, and then she counters it with like a Hurricane.
And then Nick just throws the chair right at her face. She catches that chair full on her face.
Oh yeah, that thing snapped on her face.
It was like, what the fuck?
It was sick. Yeah, as far as that, we've been talking about PWG 11 for like an hour now. Great fucking. To end this talk, because we do have to move on to Ring of Honor and Takeover really quickly. I thought this match ended it on a really high note, while the rest of the card was kind of, mediocre to alright. This saved it and really got me excited for where PWG's tag team division is going to go. Because I'm more interested in their tag team division right now than where the hell their World Championship is going to be going.
Yeah.
I just see with, best friends, world's cutest tag team, Young Bucks, if they stay around, they've been hitting that
the
WWE.
Young Bucks.
They've been hitting that WWE move, and they did lose all their championships in the past, 5 months.
They're also getting a tag title shot this weekend
against
Red Dragon.
Oh, that's right. They're not gonna win it.
2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah. What?
I posted my gift set of the PWG ending. Someone tell me if that's Matt Jackson or Nick Jackson for me.
You know what? I think that is Matt.
Yeah, because Matt goes for the super kicks. No, Matt gets his shoe removed, doesn't he? And she stamps his shoe into the
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I remember that. Because Matt steps on thumbtacks with his bare foot. That I didn't see that. I had to go back and rewatch it, and now, I could see, people, had a hard time reacting to that one. Because they didn't know exactly why he was selling his foot, but now it makes fucking sense.
Oh, I forgot to mention one last thing. Candice LeRae crawling into the ring to stop them from super kicking Joey Ryan is one of those ultimate babyface moments.
Yeah. Oh man, I think Candace is gonna be taking my female wrestler of the year this
She
year.
might take my wrestler of the year at this rate.
So what happens when Joey Ryan turns heel? Is she gonna get the ultimate babyface pop?
Yes.
Because that's eventually gonna happen.
That has to happen, I would say.
It's gonna happen.
Unless, let's
Joey Ryan,
let's cross our fingers. Candice LeRae gets hired by WWE.
And wins the WWE Championship for Brock Lesnar. Got it.
Anyways, the PWG show ends with Mount Rushmore doing a triple super kick onto Kevin Steen to end the show.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. On to a quick rundown through the Ring of Honor Field of Honor pay-per-view. Let's just do a quick, because we have to go on to NXT Takeover. Jay Lethal versus Matt Taven opens up this show. Steel cage match for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Mike?
Good match for
Yeah.
an opening cage match.
Yeah.
I don't know who the mastodon that Jay Lethal had with him was, but and I'm not talking about Truth Martini.
Jay Diesel?
No, the mastodon, the woman.
Oh, Sleazia.
Yeah, Sleazia.
Sleazia. Yeah, she was part of the Hoopla Hotties.
R.I.P. the Hoopla Hotties.
Yeah.
RIP.
She's like a man. Okay, Sleazia. The best way to describe her is she looks exactly like Scarlett Bordeaux or Boudreaux, however you want to say it. But like manlier.
Oh, shout out to Matt Taven with the consecutive super kicks to the face.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh my god, who does he think he is? The Young Bucks?
I mean, he does kind of look like one.
He's the third Young Buck confirmed.
He's like a cousin to the Young Bucks. He's the cousin of the Young Bucks who the Young Bucks don't like.
True story. There actually was a third Young Buck in Chikara.
Yeah, I know that.
That's gonna require research.
But it wasn't Matt Taven. I'm waiting. I want Jay Lethal to lose the belt so quick.
Let's hope ACH takes it from him.
Hopefully, because I'm done with his title run.
I don't like what they did with the House of Truth. And I honestly think Jay Lethal was probably not the best choice for that spot. If it was someone else, maybe. But I miss my Scarlett.
Well, she's with the Romantic Touch now, so...
No, she's not!
Yes, she is!
No, she's not!
Yes,
The
she
third
is!
Young Buck was their other brother.
Anyways, winner, Jay Lethal.
Boo.
Very, I don't know. I thought it was kind of disappointing. Mark Briscoe versus Takaki Watanabe.
Oh, the guy who always loses all of his ROH matches?
Yeah. He had a bitch of a bitch. he had a bit of a Hiroki Goto look to him tonight. I think he's gonna be pretty big in New Japan whenever he gets called back.
I don't.
Yeah, I think he will.
Nah.
He's a young
he gonna do?
lion.
What's he gonna do? Join Chaos?
Yes.
Yes.
I was going to go Suzuki.
Oh, that'd be a nice addition, I would say.
By the end of 2015, there's gonna be three stables in New Japan. Nobody's gonna be aligned with anybody. It's all gonna be Chaos, Bullet Club, and Suzuki Gun. Everybody else is.
At the moment, it's like, as far as I can fucking tell about New Japan, it's literally, there's Chaos, there's Bullet Club, there's Suzuki Gun, and there's people, just random people like Naito and Hiroshi Tanahashi just standing there like, well,
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on here?
So yeah, Mark Briscoe wins with the Froggy Bow.
We all saw that coming because Takaki Watanabe's never gonna win a match.
Yeah. Moose and RD Evans versus Boost, Streak, Boost, versus Brutal Burgers, and the streak is extended to 144. I believe.
They did. Wasn't it like 34 by the last show?
Yeah, they keep on changing it.
He
Yeah,
instantly
that's-
won 111 matches since then.
Yeah.
They're doing the Goldberg thing when they just randomly add matches in.
But it's like, well, dumbass isn't here, but he's like, oh, because Steve Corino stopped talking throughout this match. And we all know why Steve Corino stopped talking, because he didn't like Prince Nana.
Because Prince Nana took his mic, didn't he?
No.
Oh.
Corino put his headset down because Corino didn't want him there.
Ah, okay.
And then Prince Nana took the headset. He didn't take it from Corino. So Corino sat there and pouted the entire match.
That was funny. It was hilarious. I thought Carino was excellent because every time they put the camera on him, Carino was fucking making faces. It was hilarious. I was cracking up.
They're all. I don't know why they have Moose and R.D. Evans, because Moose was being the face the entire match.
I
If
believe
you
that's the
notice.
point.
Well, yeah, because Moose is going to beat R.D. Evans. That's exactly how it's gonna happen.
Oh my god.
There's gonna be a split. I think it's gonna be Ramon and Moose versus. Ramon is gonna, be Moose's
You mean-
associate.
You mean the cracked out guy from Chappelle Show?
Yeah, sure.
That's what he looks. That's what he looks like.
If any of you know where Ramon came from, like what's his background, can you message me because I'm very interested.
I mean, you could probably just give me a couple of moments here.
But it's definitely gonna be Moose versus R.D. Evans with Ramon in Moose's corner and Veta Scott in R.D. Evans' corner. Mike Bennett versus Rocky Romero.
Forever.
Yeah.
That's
it was-
basically how that went.
Yeah, it was alright. I like.
Forever.
I'm a Romero mark. I like Romero. This is alright. Bennett won, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. Decade versus Will Ferreira, Ken Phoenix, and Johnny Knockout.
Well, before this match, they cut a promo talking about Kaz and Daniels because they got a tag shot, and the Decade hasn't yet.
And
And they shot Oliver War Machine because Raymond Rowe got into a motorcycle accident.
doesn't Jimmy Jacobs blame Raymond Rowe's accident on someone?
Yeah.
Forget.
So somebody blamed. I can't remember.
Was it Roderick Strong?
Yeah, somebody blamed Roderick Strong for Raymond Rowe's accident.
Yeah.
Which was silly as anything in the first place.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, what?
No, that was Carino. Carino blamed because Carino hates Roderick Strong for some reason now.
Yeah.
He's just like that whole entire match. He's just shitting all over Roderick Strong and talking about how he was in Scum and Jimmy Jacobs would have got a fair shot at something. The entire time he's just taking a dump all over Roderick Strong and BJ Whitmer. Oh my god, he hates BJ Whitmer too.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate BJ Whitmer too.
Yeah.
It's like the entire match. This new guy's calling the match, and Carino's going, "Yeah, BJ Whitmer's a piece of shit."
Why is... If anybody give me a reason why BJ Whitmer is actually still wrestling after that injury, fucking tell me. Doesn't make sense. I thought he would retire.
And we all thought he'd retire, but well, it didn't work that way.
Yeah. Hanson comes out. Of course, Decade wins. Let's talk about some of these rookies. They had some interesting guys.
John Knockout.
John Knockout was the guy with the half-painted face. Will Ferrero was the smaller, bald guy, and Ken Phoenix was the guy with the long hair. I kind of like Ken Phoenix. He looks pretty cool. I do hope that they pick some of these guys. I read about Johnny Knockout that he's kind of a pussy.
They're all in the ROH school, so I don't know why you're saying you're gonna pick some of them up.
Well, I'm talking about when they move over to the main roster.
They are on the main roster.
Quote unquote main roster. Meaning on RoH TV every other week.
They've been on ROH TV.
They have?
Yes.
Yeah.
When?
Will Ferreira's been on ROH TV for months. So
Shows how much I've been watching Ring of Honor in the past.
So
couple
has
months.
what's his face with the House of Truth, the second-rate Chris Masters.
Second.
he's-
Jay Diesel.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
yeah,
been
I
on
know Jay
ROH
Diesel.
TV too.
I know Jay Diesel has.
They're all from the ROH school. They've been on television before. I've seen them wrestle in person.
Well, I read, I was on Johnny Knockout's Facebook, and some guy called him a pussy.
Well, that's his problem.
So, take that as you will.
That's his,
Hanson comes out and, you know,
with a ball bat.
with a ball, yeah, baseball bat, and chase off the Decade.
If Carino had his way, he'd probably have Hanson beat Whitmer in the back of the neck with the bat, just to put him on the shelf again.
Put on the show, that would probably kill him.
I hate you, PJ Whitmer. Boom.
Silas Young versus Tommaso Ciampa. I really liked
Match
this
of-
match.
Match of the night.
I thought it was really good. Yeah, that's as much as I'm gonna get into it because we still need to move on.
It started. Wait, no.
Oh, okay. What?
It started Ciampa's heel turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
why would they
'Cause
turn?
He slapped the ref, apologized to the ref, and then just beat the shit out of the ref.
But you could
Slap arms, sorry, ref.
you could blame that on the fact that he's a psycho.
It doesn't
Yes.
matter. He's been a face for a year, and now all of a
They're
sudden,
targeting him with this. They're
Which sucks because I really like the Silas Young Tommaso Ciampa back and forth. I think honestly, if these two aren't headlining Ring of Honor in about 2 years, I'm gonna be disappointed.
and if you read the results of Death Before Dishonor, he destroyed.
Don't blame. Don't spoil it. We don't need anything spoiled.
Duck's not here. I don't give a shit.
All right.
He destroyed Bobby Cruz,
Oh, okay.
and he
Oh,
attacked
fair enough.
Kevin Kelly.
yeah.
So he's a heel now.
Well, and the thing about the Kevin Kelly deal is that they were. I think there was a little bit of a snide little nudge towards the Del Rio situation in the WWE with the way they did that.
Yeah.
That's the way I got it. It was kind of not only to get Ciampa over to being a full-fledged heel, but also kind of a nudge, at least with the Twitter responses that they came out with towards WWE not firing the social media guy.
Oh, okay. So yeah, at that point, yeah, okay, Ciampa's going heel then, and hopefully he takes the belt from Hogan.
He's not going to take the belt from Hogan
Why?
because he's not.
Please, God.
Isn't the next #1 contender for the belt Cedric Alexander?
He's
I
already had
don't
his title
even
shot.
fucking count who. I don't know who it is
He's
anymore.
already had his title shot.
Oh, did he?
Because they've named like 20 #1 contenders without actually having the #1 contenders getting their match yet.
Yeah.
Cedric Alexander's gotten his. Silas Young's gotten his.
Doesn't Ciampa go on and Jay Briscoe? and-
Ciampa got his at Death Before Dishonor. That's
Oh.
what we're talking about.
Okay.
Jay Briscoe is the next guy to challenge Elgin for the belt.
Speaking of Cedric Alexander, hey, we've seen this match before.
Yeah.
right.
Cedric Alexander versus AC.
God damn it!
in
A much shorter match.
yeah.
I didn't know the card before I watched this match, and then I saw this match happen. It's like, for fuck's sake, Ring of Honor.
The ending of this match, though.
Yeah.
I guess we could talk about it. Cedric Alexander went for a Michinoku driver on ACH, and ACH landed on the back or even on the top of his head.
Oh, yeah,
That looked fucking sick.
pretty much.
Yeah, and this says it got an early ending. I would say probably should have ended with that. Probably. I kind of like their match from PWG better than this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Red Dragon versus Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian for the RoH World Tag Team Championship.
Not as good as their Best in the World match.
Yeah.
There was shenanigans and Kazarian was pissed.
Yeah.
Shenanigans. There's always shenanigans in a Red Dragon match.
That irritates me for some bizarre reason.
The Decade came in towards the end of the match in an effort to ruin Daniels Kazarian's title shot.
Like usual.
Yeah.
Something
probably gonna be a
burning, something Daniels is working hard on.
And here's crossing my fingers that the Young Bucks lose against the Red Dragons because
Red Dragon,
Young
not Red
Bucks.
Dragon.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but I do hope that Young Bucks lose because it would just give me more reason to believe that they could be going to WWE.
They're not going to WWE.
But they shook hands with Booker T finally.
Yeah,
They did.
great. They're still irritating pricks.
Ugh.
They're only irritating pricks to RVD.
Yeah,
Because RVD hates irritating pricks, apparently.
and Triple H is indifferent to what RVD thinks. So, who gives a shit? Michael Elgin versus AJ Styles versus Adam Cole versus Jay Briscoe in a 4-corner survival match for the Ring of Honor World Championship. What'd you guys think? John?
That's how
Long
I
groan?
think. Long groan.
What's your
I
take?
think I'm now officially sick of Ring of Honor going, oh, let's get Styles in to have Styles lose.
Yeah.
Who was the one in the chat that was complaining that he wasn't a full-timer and they were going to give him the belt anyway?
Fucking probably Dark at this
Probably
point.
Doug at this point, yeah.
Because I was
Because I
reading
think
the chat,
he was the only other person who watched that show.
I was reading the chat and all I saw was AJ Styles isn't a full-timer. He's not going to win the title. Well, guess what? He's not a full-timer in New Japan either.
Yeah.
He only wrestles the major pay-per-views. And when he does, he's not defending his title.
Fucking, that's how he's going to get the world's longest title reign in the history of ever.
AJ Styles can easily win the ROH title. Easily, because they only run a show a month.
Yeah.
I mean-
I would love to have AJ Styles be the ROH champion. I think he's a lot more fitting as ROH champion than Elgin, and at least it would put a better spotlight on Ring of Honor than Elgin could ever do. And Elgin just doesn't have the charisma to carry that title. The charisma that ROH needs right now.
Poor Elgin.
Well, they all said the same thing about Adam Cole. Adam Cole didn't have the character to be the top guy.
And then he
And then all
proved
of a
to
sudden-
everybody that he had the fucking character.
Yeah, because he turned him heel.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Adam Cole's this charismatic guy who's the top heel in the company. After being a bland babyface for a year and a half.
But the
TV belt.
thing with Elgin and him being charismatic, the most I've ever seen him charismatic is in PWG, and that's because,
He's trying to have fun.
he's trying to have fun, and he's
That's
in a
because
tag team as well.
That's because PWG doesn't have a weekly show and you don't have to worry about rating as much.
Yeah.
That's what that is. PWG has a rating staff for a show a month, or 2 months, or 3 months. And they can do whatever. ROH has a weekly show. So,
Yeah. Anyways, whoops, sorry, I was looking at the destruction card for some fucking reason. Elgin, Styles, and Briscoe.
Elgin wins, woo.
Yeah.
Elgin,
retains.
with the rumor of ROH having a title match at Wrestle Kingdom, I want Nakamura to win the ROH title. Put the belt on Nakamura.
That would be pretty fucking good.
Have Nakamura come in and just destroy the entire Ring of Honor roster. Until your Mastodon comes in and beats... Who? Hanson.
Hanson.
Until your Mastodon decides to get pushed to the main event and beats Nakamura at, like, one of their big pay-per-views.
That'd be good.
I fucking take a Hanson versus Nakamura match any day of the week, to be honest.
There's your booking for 2015.
Yeah.
Nakamura wins the belt, and you build up Hanson to be the next world champion.
I think that'd be good. And then have Hanson, Tommaso Ciampa, and Silas Young main event.
But you don't wait a year like they did with Elgin, and then you put the belt on him when nobody cares anymore.
Yeah.
Because we all remember last year, Elgin was the hottest thing. They decided to have him lose all his title matches. Now with my booking, you have Nakamura win the Wrestle Kingdom, you have Hanson win the Best in the World.
But that would be. But New Japan doesn't want to book Elgin. They don't like him.
But then you have to let Saban win a title for some reason.
If it's an ROH New Japan joint match, they have no choice. If New Japan wants the ROH title on the show, they have no choice.
Yeah, they
ROH
do. It's New Japan's fucking show. If they don't want Elgin on the
ROH
show,
is
they
not-
won't have the championship on the show.
ROH is not going to force Elgin to drop the belt because New Japan doesn't like him.
No, I'm saying if they don't want Elgin, they don't. They could easily say we don't want the Ring of Honor championship on the show. We just
And
don't.
then that kills their partnership.
No, because then they will just have the tag team championships on.
Also, if that does kill the partnership, and Ring of Honor would go down like a fucking ship.
That kills their partnership. You don't tell your partner we don't want your championship on the show because we don't like your champion.
Why hasn't New Japan and PWG?
I want to work in New Japan. Elgin, we don't like you. Anyways,
They have enough strong style guys in Japan anyway. They don't need another one.
yeah. Anyways, let's move on. NXT Takeover 2. Yeah, we're taking over again. I guess.
L-O-L-L. Yes, L-L-L 3 times. Oh.
Because I'm going to be putting the show up after NXT airs tomorrow, so it's not spoiled for anybody. We're going to go over the NXT card. We're going to give you our predictions because next week is Takeover 2 on September 11th.
Oh god, it's a memorial show.
Probably.
Yep.
They'll probably have something memorialized for.
Memorial for who?
9/11, Mike.
Oh, that memorial. I don't care about 9/11. That happened years ago. It's a strike comment, by the way.
It's the 13th anniversary.
Are they going to bring a Muslim gimmick in
And
to
the,
blow up the
and,
stage?
and the second of Benghazi, yeah.
Are they going to bring a Muslim gimmick in to blow up the stage as the show
Hey,
ends?
hey, the Muslims stole 13 aircraft, so you don't know what's going to happen.
That's
It's the return of Muhammad Hassan.
first match. I don't think this is going to be the first match, but it's placed on the card. I think that the first match is going to be the first tag match that's set up, the hair versus hair match. But we'll talk about
Apparently, it's a singles match.
Yeah, apparently it's the singles match. I think this is going to be more of a filler match between like the tag team match and maybe the Divas match.
The first match is going to be Mojo Rawley and Bull Dempsey.
Whatever. Mojo Rawley versus Bull Dempsey. Let's talk about it. Singles match.
Meh.
This feud started when I can't remember who got pinned. One of them. It was during the tag team tournament. Bull Dempsey decides to attack Mojo Rawley after the match because, of course, Bull Dempsey's a heel and Mojo Rawley is the babyface. So what a surprise! They apparently.
Unless you actually watch NXT and then if you watch NXT, you won't get the impression that Mojo Rawley is the babyface. You get the impression he's the heel.
Yeah, because the crowd fucking hates Mojo Rawley.
It's a dumbass gimmick, of course. That's why they hate it.
Apparently, Bull Dempsey's gonna be big in NXT. Apparently that's what they're building him up to be. He's gonna be a dominant, quote unquote, mastodon. So we'll see what happens with that. Predictions, John, starting with you.
Dempsey wins.
Dempsey wins. Mike?
Dempsey wins on NXT rides, apparently.
Mike? Okay, cool, Mike. I love that. Yeah, I think that definitely is gonna happen.
Wait, do you want me to go for Mike?
Yeah, go for Mike.
Well, I think you're pretty stupid to bet against Mojo Rawley.
Awesome, Mike. Thank you. Dave.
It's going to be Dempsey since they're pushing him.
Yeah, definitely gonna be Dempsey. Enzo Amore. Oh, wait a second. Is this a singles match? I thought this was a tag match.
This is a singles match.
For fuck's sake, I thought this was a tag match for the longest time. Apparently,
No.
yeah, I thought I'm talking about the Enzo Amore and Colin. I thought it was gonna be Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy versus the Legionnaires, but apparently it's just Enzo Amore versus Sylvester Lefort.
So obviously, Big Cass and fucking, do you know who's gonna?
And Marcus Louis.
Marcus Reed is going to interfere. And out comes William Regal. Hold up, player.
player.
In his best Teddy Long impression, William Regal books a tag team Hell in a Cell match.
That would be fucking awesome. John, who do you think's gonna win?
Fucking Sylvester LaForte.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna have Enzo lose his freaky hair?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no, he won't lose it. But Sylvester...
I hope he loses it.
Fuck's sake, Mike.
So wait, who's losing his hair?
Nobody's losing the hair, but Sylvester LaForte wins. If you get my meaning. And
So what's the point of a hair match if you're not gonna shave anybody?
Because it's fucking... Because I don't want to see either of them lose their hair.
Yeah. And even Sylvester LaForte has a nice ponytail.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mike, who's gonna win? Amore, LaForte?
LaForte.
LaForte?
I want LaForte to win. Oh, and Bull Dempsey's going to beat Mojo Rawley, by the way.
Damn it!
John, you idiot!
I got it wrong. Shit.
Dave.
I do think LaForte is going to win that, but they're going to make Enzo look pretty good. They're pretty high on him.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't break his leg again.
Yeah, well, that's the biggest problem, is that he's tends to be a little injury prone right now.
Yeah. I was thinking, if this is a tag match, I would have gone with Amore and Cassidy, because I think that they're going to be in line for a tag team push.
I still ain't even giving them that. The heel
But
team.
I think the Vaudevillains are going to turn heel.
The Vaudevillains are heel.
They've been playing heel. I mean, they've been coming off as baby faces since they debuted, but they're slowly, I think, giving them that baby face, that heel rub.
It's like when La Resistance debuted. They were heels that played the part of a baby face.
Yeah, sure.
But they were still heel.
Okay,
The
fine.
Vaudevillains are heel. You're not going to turn... What's his face? The singing guy. What's his name?
Oh, Aiden English?
Yeah, you're not going to turn him face and then turn him heel again. That would make no sense.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess I'll go with you guys. But it'll end up being, honestly, I think LaForte is gonna get his head shaved.
Yeah, because they'll try to shave Enzo's head, and then Big Cass, aka Edge, I'm too tall for my body, will come out and stop it, and then they'll strap LaForte to the chair and then shave his head, and they'll get rid of
Marcus Louis.
Sylvain Granier's half-retarded cousin.
Fucking hell. The Golden Shower Boy.
Yeah, that guy.
So yeah, there's that spot called Ascension versus the winners of the tag team tournament, Kalisto and Sin Cara, for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Who's walking out with the championship, John?
Fucking the Ascension.
Oh,
I have
okay.
no faith that Kalisto and Sin Cara will win anything against fucking worst tag team wrestlers I've ever seen Ascension.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice to see Kalisto and Sin Cara win, but it's the Ascension.
Yeah.
Nobody's allowed to win.
Mike.
Sin Cara and Kalisto.
Really?
Here's why. The Ascension have been tag team champions for 356 days.
They need to go
They
3-4-4.
They won the belt on September 12th, even though it aired on October 2nd. They're losing the belts.
Dave?
Kalisto and Sin Cara, because they want to move Ascension up, and you can't really do that while they're holding on to that belt. So they got to get rid of that belt off of them.
You want to know my take on it? Here's my thing. Out of everybody that they've brought up from NXT, Big E, Bo Dallas, Adam Rose,
that piece of trash?
they all had vignettes. Did Big E have vignette?
No.
No, he just
didn't.
debuted alongside bloody AJ randomly.
Yeah. But he was still NXT champion, was he? Or did he
Yes.
lose it at that point?
No, he was still NXT champion.
Yeah.
He was NXT champion for like 5 more months after being called up.
Here's my
Like-
thing.
Same as Seth Rollins.
I still feel at this point, they could keep Ascension down in NXT for maybe 2 more months. I don't, honestly, I don't think Kalisto and Sin Cara are taking it. Especially since Sin Cara is kind of half and half right now on the main roster and on NXT. And I don't believe that Kalisto or Sin Cara, or even both of them together, can beat the Ascension. Like, they really need someone. Like, they need an intimidating team to be able to take out
An
the Ascension.
intimidating team, you say? Some might say a fat man and a ginger beard guy.
Are you implying?
You know.
Are you implying that a fat man and the former Mexican are going to win the NXT Tag Team Championship?
I am implying.
or are you gonna? Or maybe it'd be better to imply that Triple H,
An Irish guy is gonna win it.
that Irish and a fat guy are gonna win it.
that Irish guy is going to win the world title, the NXT title.
Yeah.
What happens if the Irish guy ends up winning, be the first person to hold both the tag team and the NXT championships?
That's not going to happen.
So win the NXT Divas title. Princess
That-
Seven.
By the way, John, to your comment about Seth Rollins holding the NXT title while on the main roster, he only had it for a month on the main roster.
Yeah. I know. But we still had it, is the thing.
Yeah. And then that's my thing, like, even, like, there's no vignettes for Ascension. I believe that if they're going to be brought up, they're going to have vignettes along with them. I don't see how you could bring in those guys without hyping them up a bit.
Because
The only
A
thing
down
I think
first.
is a surprise attack.
yeah, surprise attack, but even then, like, I don't know. It's a unique gimmick I think you'd have to introduce first.
I think.
you know, I'm gonna make a bold
as you're
statement.
saying that, I agree.
Yeah, it's not like the Shield when they had the run-in and it was just kind of like 3 guys who all looked the same. It's kind of like an Egyptian-looking metalcore group.
Wait,
Fine.
what?
It's
I
they have the hardcore metal theme song with the Egyptian give up.
Quick,
Did
quick,
you
go
ju-
get the Osirian portal.
Yeah.
Did you just say the Ascension have a Egyptian metalcore gimmick? What?
Like, I agree with him. They
Yeah. They kind of
They
do.
They have a goth gimmick with a metal song.
It's not goth anymore. They dropped the goth thing when fucking no one gave a shit about the Ascension.
do. Right.
They're not Egyptian, no.
They have the Egyptian eye, and they have
the
the
Egyptian-
cool. They have the cool getup that looks Egyptian, but it's black and red rather than
So what
yellow
do you-
and
what do you-
pink.
I actually
What?
I see him more God of War than that, but you know
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah, sure.
What do you want? What do you want? Connor and Victor to come down so they're like snakes?
Yeah.
Yes. I want them to come out. I want them to come out in big pottery pots and come
Like
out
cobras?
like cobras. Have
Oh my
Santino. have the great
No.
call. Have the great Khali whistle them out.
Well, there goes the Ascension's running to the top of the main roster.
Right into the ground. Good job.
Yep.
Yep.
Good job, Greg.
Can I just make a very bold prediction before we go on?
No, you can't.
If the Ascension do get called up, it will be when the UK gets the WWE Network. Like,
What does that have to do with Ascension
No,
being
no.
called up?
they want, because WWE Network is kind of not exactly liked over here, as I very quickly discovered. They're going to have to try and push it with something. So it's like, oh, you can watch NXT and see
Don't
who the
push it
fuck
with
the
Devin.
Ascension are.
Well, okay. You want to know who I think is going to beat the Ascension? It's a tag team we haven't seen. I'm sad we haven't seen enough of them because I'm interested to see what a certain somebody's talent is actually is.
Mechanics.
It's Ty Dillinger and Jason Jordan. Those yeah. I think right now they could be the one group to actually beat the Ascension. I don't see. I mean, maybe Enzo and Cassidy being a close second, but I don't see the Legionnaires ever beating them. I don't see Kalisto and Sakara being believable winners.
So you're having two jobbers beat the Ascension,
Yeah.
but yet all these other jobbers can't beat the Ascension.
Well, that's the thing. I think after Takeover, they're really gonna have to build Dillinger and Jordan up strong until mid-November at least. Like, they're really gonna have to push them as big contenders until that point. I didn't Dempsey and Raleigh beat them during the tag team tournament?
I don't know.
Something like that.
CD jar, what are you doing? But
anyways,
I see the Ascension dropping the belts sooner than later.
Yeah, at this point, like, and I haven't even heard from anything on when they're going to be brought up. Like, those rumors, like, stopped a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I remember the rumors.
How you know
I remember the rumors they were going to get called up for WrestleMania to fight the Shield
Yeah.
with Kane.
Yeah.
Which, that should have happened.
It should have. It would have been interesting.
And then you could have had the Ascension.
It would have been better than the two old-timers.
That squash of a match that killed Billy Gunn.
The old age corporate.
Yeah. Let's move on. Charlotte versus Bayley. I guess this one is kind of unanimous to everybody. Bayley. Dave.
Bayley.
I think just because of the fact they really want to get Charlotte up.
Yeah. And it's weird that they think that Charlotte is the ready one. Like, oh yeah, out of all the NXT divas they have, Charlotte's the one that's ready.
It's not because he thinks she's ready. It's because they want Ric Flair to do something.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, that's the other. But
That's the major thing I've heard so far.
That's the major thing. But when I first heard that they wanted to bring him up, I read that the WWE officials believe that Charlotte is the only one right now of the NXT divas that is ready enough for the main roster.
She's not ready.
She's definitely not ready. Like
I said,
she only started wrestling a year ago.
Yeah,
I would say
year and a half ago. She's not ready, but there, there's Daddy, and that's they want to give Daddy something on television. They want Flair's antics on the sidelines to.
Yeah. And they've been looking for something for him to do. Obviously, they had him in that segment like a Raw or two ago with Ziggler, and that went nowhere. Remember that backstage segment that Miz interrupted?
Well, I mean, Flair has made mention that he wouldn't mind being the manager for Ziggler before in interviews, but Ziggler I don't think needs a manager. So
yeah.
If he may need a diva, but valet, but he does. But
he had Summer Rae there first.
He had Summer Rae, and it was really fucking good pairing.
Yeah, I know, and I'm wondering, like, why are you dumping that idea? That is not actually a bad one, but whatever.
Okay, so Bayley is gonna take the title. I also think because Bayley takes it, you're either gonna have to have Sasha be a #1 contender for a bit, or I even think Becky Lynch is gonna turn heel since they have.
I think Becky Lynch is turning heel.
Since they have made some changes to her gimmick as of lately, they gave her that Seth Rollins sort of, music.
She'll turn heel.
She's the Irish hard rock girl now.
She just just had an Irish.
They can always bring Emma back down to NXT and turn her heel.
I love to see Emma back. I think Emma as like a veteran of the NXT area and a main roster star. She's obviously they have no idea what to do with her, and there's honestly no room for her. I think
it's a little bit more than that. I think she's still being punished.
Yeah, I would also say that too.
I really honestly think that she's still being punished. That's why you aren't seeing her. Because if you read the Twitters back and forth between Bayley and her, and she's going to be on NXT. They're going to put her back on and start her back up on NXT. I'm pretty sure of it. And I would not be surprised they pull her in kind of the jealousy angle to go against Bayley because of that.
Yeah. And also, what was it? That we've only, aside from wrestling on Superstars and main event, I think, because she has a couple times in the past couple months since the stealing of the iPad, the iPad case.
iPod, yeah.
Yeah, the iPad case, not the.
Now,
Was it an
that's
iPod
still
or iPad? I can't remember. Anyways,
iPod case.
she's only wrestled once on SmackDown in a match against Paige recently, and she also wrestled
Alicia
once.
Fox.
Alicia Fox as well.
Yep.
Oh, and she
I
also
can tell you
wrestled.
her results.
She wrestled that really good match. It was a really short 5-minute Divas match, but it was really good. It was with AJ and Paige versus Natalia and Emma.
Yeah.
And I really liked that match, and I wish it had some more time because they were doing so much in that match, and if they went just a little bit longer, it could have been excellent.
Yeah.
So anyways, on to the main event. We have Adrian Neville putting his title on the line against Sami Zayn, Tyler Breeze, and Tyson Kidd in the first Fatal 4-Way match in NXT for the NXT Championship.
Something about Tyson Kidd ruining his match. Something. That was the number one comment I've seen about this match on Tumblr. Is Tyson Kidd is ruining this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's simply because he's not good looking. I unfollowed somebody recently, Greg, on Tumblr.
Yeah.
Because they said that the Bellas were better than anything AJ's ever done. And it's like, well, that's an unfollow right there. And they said the stuff that's happening right now is more exciting than anything AJ's ever done.
What?
That's why I don't go on Tumblr. There's
Those people are smoking crack, man. Now, okay, I'm not as much of a mark as for AJ as Greg is by any stretch of the imagination.
Honestly,
I don't think she's that great of a actual wrestler, but she's got the look and she's got the speaking skills that make her a superstar.
You should go back and watch that AJ Caitlyn match. Her Natalia matches are great, but that match with Caitlyn was really good.
Part of that I will
she
say
probably
is the fact that
probably
she's being held back, but on television.
And she probably carried that entire match too, as well.
Yeah, I mean, the matches I've seen her in have not impressed me extremely well, but her earlier matches were better, which I not quite understand. But
and even her work in
the entire thing, the Bellas suck. Okay, there's only one person
of course,
on
the
roster.
Bellas suck.
There's only one person on the roster that is a worse wrestler than the Bellas, and that one has red hair, and you can pretty much guess who I'm talking about. So,
well, you could also say Rosa Mendes.
Sheamus.
I actually think I am actually more of a Sheamus mark than many people. But the thing is that I'm sorry, the segments that the Bellas have been doing are shit.
Yeah,
it is the worst. They put the worst two actresses on television going up against the Emmys. That's all I can say.
And also, if you really want to see good AJ matches, watch her stuff from FCW.
Yo, no, I have seen her FCW stuff, and she's
so
really
good. So good.
I don't know why they are holding her back like they are, but whatever. You know.
It's because women aren't allowed to wrestle.
She had matches with Naomi, which were excellent. So yeah, let's talk about this main event.
Sorry, I got.
John, what's your prediction? Who's gonna take the championship, or who's gonna keep the championship?
Do I go with Neville, or do I go with the person that's actually going to win it? Tyler Breeze. A really confusing choice. Tyler Breeze somehow wins this bloody match.
Okay.
Top rope roundhouse kick thing he does.
Mike?
I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn.
Ooh.
You don't have Zayn chase the title for months for him to eventually not win it. He's gonna win it at least once.
I have a small thing to say about Sami Zayn, but Dave, what's your prediction?
You gotta say something.
It's a hard one.
John stole my thunder, actually.
Yeah?
Because I actually have a feeling in the back of my mind that it's going to be Breeze.
Ooh.
There's something There's something about that. I am turning into a really big fan of his, and I think that he's got that arrogant, playing that arrogant personality he's got and everything. I just have a feeling he's going to get that belt, and it'll be at the expense of probably. I'm going to say it's going to be at the expense of Zayn, which will get.
He's going to make it, actually, to be honest. But he just turns on Kid and hits him.
Yeah.
Because they kind of suggested that from a moment when they started beating each other up randomly.
And I can see that the fact that he sneaks the win and Kid goes ballistic on him. I can definitely see that.
Before we continue, this is off topic real quick.
I see it in Skype.
Yeah, I see it in Skype as well.
Why in the bloody hell is NoDQ.com running a video saying that John Cena could be Intercontinental Champion while Lesnar is the WWE Champion?
Because it's the one title he's never won, Mike. And
it's the one title that he's never won. 2, they need a champion to be on TV. And I think it would be a way to put the IC Championship back in the light in some way.
It'll be in the light for 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, and it'll help the person who beats Cena.
Ain't nobody beating Cena clean right there. We're gonna stop you right there.
Anyways, let me talk about my prediction.
Bray Wyatt with 16 German suplexes.
My prediction for this. First, I'd like to give a compliment to Mr. Triple H for doing an amazing job building these 4 men into a spot where I believe that any of these 4 men can take the championship.
And that's only done with smart booking and smart writing.
When was the last time that we've had a triple threat match or a fatal 4-way match in WWE ever in any fucking state of mind in the past couple years where you believe that any man in that match could actually take the title? 20 what?
No, I was going to say 2011, Hell in a Cell, Del Rio versus Cena versus Punk. You could see Del Rio somehow cheating to win. You could see Cena somehow being Super Cena, and you could see Punk overcoming every odd possible.
All right, yeah, I could take that. I mean,
that's like the last one I can ever think of.
And that's been a while too. Granted.
Yeah.
They did such a great job building Tyson Kidd as a heel, to make me so believable that he can weasel his way into winning it. Same thing with Tyler Breeze. That even though Tyson Kidd started stealing some spotlight on TakeOver, Sami Zayn really started getting into the mix of it. Neville was trying to stay the top guy, and Tyler Breeze, ever since winning the number 1 contender, was kind of pushed back a little bit. He's still fucking believable to take this title. Sami Zayn is just believable on his own, and Neville is gonna be the fighting guy in this entire match. My prediction, though,
with all the flips,
and it's gonna be a stretch, and I don't know why I've been thinking this.
Princess Devitt wins.
But
Princess Devitt.
Yep, bringing it back.
According to him, there is no more Prince Devitt. There is only Fergal.
Yeah, doesn't stop him from being princess.
I know.
But I think it's hard. It's hard to say this because there's really no basis for me to say this unless they're really wanting to bring Steen up in the next month or two, and and Devitt up in a couple months, and they want their main event scene to look like this. I'm indifferent between who's gonna win this right now. I've been thinking Neville is gonna keep the title, and I've also been thinking that Sami Zayn could walk out with it. And the reason why I say this is because I think Neville is gonna turn heel. Is there any reaction to that?
I don't see Neville turning heel.
My thing is, it's like, while Neville's popular, having someone like Sami Zayn win the title and Neville just kind of being furious, especially since he won it about 4 months ago, him wanting that title back, and I don't see Triple H wanting to have two baby faces go at it. I could possibly see Tyler Breeze taking it, but I don't see Breeze holding the NXT Championship for that long. And Tyson Kidd, while it's believable for him to take it, I don't want him to take it. I mean, it would probably look good around him, but honestly, that's not my cup of tea right now. I'd rather have Zayn take it, or Neville take it, have Sami Zayn try to congratulate Neville, and Neville turning his back on Zayn, leading to an Adrian Neville-Sami Zayn feud, which I've been wanting for months and months on end since their last match that they had for the #1 contendership against Bo Dallas, which was really fucking good. Yeah, I recommend you guys watching that. So yeah, that's my prediction. Either Zayn or Neville's gonna win. Neville's gonna either retain, Zayn is gonna win it, and Neville's gonna turn. That's my prediction. And that's NXT Takeover 2.
I got one more. I got the fanboy me, but wants to happen in the main event, and it's a no contest after Devitt and Steen killed everybody. Like, that's just being a pure fanboy. It's like, if they really wanted to have them really appear strong, Devitt and Steen kill everyone.
That would be good. What about Kenta?
No, Kenta's the ultimate babyface.
His style is kick.
Yeah, his style is kick. He can't go with Devitt. Devitt's style is boom.
Get out.
Oh my God.
Get out.
Anyways,
I guess Steen's style is pile driver.
Sure.
I was asking John because he's the one who came up with the stupid.
But he lost his package pile driver, Mick.
How could I forget?
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's it. I'm not sure if we're gonna do pop. Yeah, we're not gonna do pop and botch because we're already almost hitting 2 hours already. But I do want to say one thing. I do have a Greg salty fuck you of the week.
Is it the JR again?
No, actually.
What? It's not JR?
If you guys remember, my first salty fuck you of the week went to JR for trying to start bullshit rumors, which are
about AJ Lee being pregnant.
Spoilers, AJ's pregnant.
My second salty fuck you of the week went to Stone Cold Steve Austin, CM Punk, and John Cena. My third salty fuck you of the week. Remember, because I was pissed off that Stone Cold wanted a match and CM Punk decides to leave right when Stone Cold decides, hey, I want to probably wrestle again, and now it's probably going to be Cena taking that spot. My third salty fuck you of the week, WWE in general, or probably just the officials, because they decide that we're going to promote Michael Sam to be on next week's Raw, and we're not even fucking sure if he's gonna show up.
He's not gonna.
And guess what happens? He's not gonna fucking show up. So why the fuck did WWE decide that, hey, we're gonna promote someone that he's gonna be appearing on our show when we have no idea if he's gonna appear on the show in the first place?
And you know who is going to appear on the show next week?
Jerry fucking Springer.
Yeah, well, and that's not being promoted.
And here's the thing. They're promoting next week's Raw as a season premiere. I don't fucking understand what that means. But also...
It comes back to start a new season of wrestling.
But also, this whole Michael Sam situation pissed me off to no end. Well, granted... probably wasn't going to be a good segment to begin with because you're asking an NFL player to talk shit on a former employer on a live mic on a national televised TV show, and that probably wasn't going to work out to begin with. Sam's
a little smarter than to do something stupid on that.
You promoted the guy 3 times on your show, including ending the show with Michael Sam has been invited to Monday Night Raw next week. So stay tuned in for that. What bullshit in your right mind, WWE, gives you any right to fucking promote your next week's show like that?
They also had Stephanie McMahon write a personal letter to him on the WWE website.
Oh yeah.
And
It's far worse than even you're describing it.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. I kind of would have been interested in seeing that segment. It wasn't going to be great, but I was going to be kind of interested in seeing it because the biggest thing it was going to do was going to bring publicity to WWE, and that's one thing they kind of need. But you don't promote someone who isn't going to be on your show. Hey, I'm gonna promote Katy Perry to come to my birthday party and have all these fucking people come, and when they don't see Katy Perry on my fucking birthday party, they're gonna be fucking pissed at me.
I got a story on that.
What?
As many of you may know, I am a very political individual.
Yes.
And a certain major celebrity was promoted as a celebrity / politician, was promoted to come to Omaha, where I live.
Ted Nugent?
To speak at a campaign rally.
Lady Gaga.
No.
A politician,
Gaga,
Mike.
by the way, has
John.
a home in Nebraska, so better not laugh about that.
Don't joke about that.
This individual who used to be a former governor of a very, very northern state.
Oh. Jesse Ventura?
Promoted even no further north. Was supposed to come with this tour that was going crossing the country. We had 3,000. We had 3,000 plus people come out to this rally.
Hillary Clinton?
She didn't show up.
Oh, Sarah Palin.
Yes, Palin.
Oh.
And so, but the thing is, it's that lost leader. It's called a lost leader. It is irritating as shit. The thing is, WWE actually guessed that Sam would be signed by the Baltimore Ravens because Raw was in Baltimore. That's why that was one of the reasons. That was their rumor that they had heard, not realizing Jerry Jones was after him. They pissed off Darren Young, of all people, who is the gay superstar in the WWE, who came out before Sam did. And he's going like, what? You're promoting Michael Sam and not me? And I'm the guy that's your gay superstar?
Granted, Darren Young said that no one should go up in arms about him being gay. Like, he was even the one saying, I hope I don't get treated differently. I hope I'm just like any other of the guys in the locker room. So he put on himself for WWE not promoting him as being gay. Granted, that was probably a good decision because they could have gone the Orlando Jordan route of it, except less weird.
But the point is that you've got the one guy on your roster that everybody knows is gay is going like, why are you doing this? You've got Stephanie making herself look like a fool with that letter on top of everything else, and Michael Sam is on a practice squad. Mind you, it's Dallas and they need defensive help, but he's on a practice squad for a reason. He's undersized and doesn't actually fit in well with a lot of NFL teams. And it was inevitable, and all of this BS about one guy who was drafted almost was the last guy drafted the entire draft, and all of this when all these other people didn't make on teams either is BS backed up by ESPN, who, by the way, has a deal with the WWE for promotion purposes.
Well, also, you have to take into consideration that WWE officials know batshit nothing about anything else except wrestling. Well, just WWE in general. I mean, you hear rumors that they don't know anything about UFC. They obviously don't have any idea what's happening in the NFL or anything else out of that.
I got a question. You honestly believe that they don't know anything about the UFC?
Yeah, because they didn't even know who Ronda Rousey was. They
They
had
knew-
to they had to tell Stephanie who Ronda Rousey was, and they had Stephanie go out there and give her the Four Horsemen sign to the girls. They knew absolutely nothing, and I'm damn sure they still don't know anything, because if they did, they would have fucking got Ronda Rousey for at least a promotion on SummerSlam.
Well, they couldn't because Dana White wouldn't allow it. That's not
Right.
their fault. That's Dana White.
Okay, yeah.
That's Dana White's fault because Dana White considers Vince his rival. Whereas
Then
Vince and the McMahons don't consider UFC their rival. It's kind of a weird dichotomy there.
Yeah.
Just
And-
because they don't consider them rivals doesn't mean they know jack squat about the UFC.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure they
I'm
know all
damn-
about the UFC.
No, I am damn sure they know nothing about the... What time do they have to pay attention to the UFC? They have no time,
All
because
the
they
time
spend
don't
most of their
spend running
time...
the show.
Yeah, they spend most of the time rebooking the show every fucking day. They throw out 20, 30, 40 scripts out a week, and they keep on rewriting the fucking shows. If they planned ahead and they made sure what the hell they were gonna do, they probably would have more time to pay attention to stuff.
Did anybody notice that Greg didn't pay much attention to what I actually said?
What? No, I didn't.
I actually said that they have all the time they spend not writing the show.
And
Yeah.
they have. It's just like when they have people watching indie, they have people watching everything else too.
You can watch
Well, no,
it,
that's the thing.
apparently.
They have other people watching the show. The WWE officials themselves, they don't know what the fuck is happening. And the only
Your scouts are considered officials, dude. You're
but I'm
about the
talking.
upper management.
That's
Upper management.
that's
You're
my
talking
fucking
Triple
point.
H and-
Yeah, that's my fucking point. The people who make the goddamn decisions in the WWE, they don't know anything, so they're not gonna go out and try to, understand what's happening with Michael Sam.
That's why you hire scouts that are constantly looking at, and they're supposed
And
to be
there's-
laying out
they don't-
the information.
And they don't
And they're
listen to their
obviously
scouts.
not.
They don't listen to their scouts. There's history known that they don't listen to their fucking scouts.
I
Because-
know that. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah,
That they don't follow the scouts.
that's why I don't consider. I mean, well, yeah, the scouts should be considered WWE officials. They don't listen to their fucking scouts. So why should I consider them fucking officials when if they're officials, they don't have any decision making?
John's channeling the PWG crowd.
Yeah, he's got another 2 hours. No,
I know that's what he's doing over there, so that's why.
Anyways,
Get
Thank
louder
you.
so you can keep doing it.
thank you guys for joining the Arc of Wrestling podcast. We broke the 2-hour mark. I think this is the first show we've gone over 2 hours in
We
a
didn't.
while.
We didn't start right away.
What?
We didn't start right away, did we?
Yeah, I started when I started the
I've got-
recording.
I've got
Oh.
over 2 hours on me, and I left the call at one point. So
Yeah.
All
I
right.
do. Before we finish, I do want to tell people something. You should be watching Bellatrix. Why aren't you watching Bellatrix?
Bellatrix, what?
It's a English promotion run by Paige's mother, and it is fan-bloody-tastic.
Well,
Is
guess
it?
what? We don't have a British fan base.
Is
so-
is there a way to watch it, John?
I mean, I can hook people up, but you can order their pay-per-views from their website, which is something.
You are the biggest help in the world.
Their website
You should
is
watch. You should watch a wrestling show where I have no idea where to watch it.
because they changed their website recently. I cannot remember what the fuck it is.
Something
got
something
the-
dot something something something.
It is
Is that what it's
Bellatrix.
called?
It is BellatrixUK.co.uk.
Okay. Are there DVDs or is it just pay-per-views?
There are DVDs. You
Oh.
can download. You can buy download shows.
Oh, keep an eye out for fuck, what's it called? AAW has an all-women show coming up soon.
Yes.
Let me and on the show they have Candice
You
LeRae.
You mean Shimmer?
No,
AAW.
it's
Absolutely intense wrestling.
it's
It's
AAW.
AIW.
It's AAW.
AIW.
Tickets for Jawbreaker on Friday, October 17th, kicking off with the Shimmer Women on a AAW show. It has
Greg, you're thinking of IIW anyway for the all-women show.
Yeah, because AIW's sister promotion is Shimmer.
No, but this is a fucking AAW show.
Because they're based out of Chicago.
Yes, but look, AAW. I will link it to you right now. It has Scarlett Bordeaux. It has Athena. It has Candice LeRae. It's Jawbreaker. October 17th. I'm probably gonna buy the DVD for this because I'm actually super excited to see what's fucking happening.
Well, they're just stealing IIW's shit there.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's with the Shimmer Woman, and it's AAW. I'm not messing that up in any way.
Greg keeps it 9 there. No, they're stealing the AIW shit. AIW have had 2 all-women shows this year so far.
Okay, well then, now they're stealing... Look, now AAW's stealing. There you go. Anyways...
How can they steal when... Shimmer
How
is
can
the
AIW steal their own things?
Anyways, thank you guys for joining the American Wrestling Podcast. What a fucking podcast this was. We'll catch you guys sometime next week. And on that note, bye-bye.
Bellatrix.
Bye-bye.